Here it is, like 2:30 in the morning. Cattle's in the garden over here. This garden here is 60 foot wide, 100 foot long. Green beans, peppers, cucumbers, corn, potatoes, tomatoes. Ah, wow. Oh well. There's two. Well, actually, there's three there. That one. Get back up here and hopefully the lights will guide them down. Ha! 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 Wrapping on side of my truck. Hopefully it'll be like follow the leader. And then I'll just ease them down through here. They're getting out at the low side. And I have the night light, or nightlight rather, I'm sorry. 21-inch light bar. And the two fog lights. I got one on either side of the vehicle. So I'm going to pause it and turn the headlight out, or turn the light out here on the camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Like I said, that's 21-inch light bar on the front bumper above the tags. 4-inch fog light on either side. But that's not important right now. What's important is I got 6 cow out and I got 2 gardens. One 60 by 80 and this one right here that I'm driving beside of is 100. Listen to me, 60 by 80. It's a 100 by 60, and this one here is 100 by 20, so that's a 280 foot garden that cattle is demolishing. and it's a 1,500 acre farm over there that the cattle is broke through. Oh well. And I've called the individual yesterday. Actually, well, now it has been 2 days. I called him at, I don't know what time it was, but it was in the morning. He had 3 cow out. He never called. There's my dad's place. He never responded back. And then this evening there was 5 cow out in the road. And then this morning they were up here at the mailbox where I'm at right now. I know, you know, we're in the country. I'm just trying to be a friendly neighbor. But what am I supposed to do when you attempt to make connection with somebody and they don't return your phone call? I don't know where he lives. His hands, who help run the farm, they say they don't know where he lives, but yet they still get a paycheck. So what do? I mean, you know, the garden is my way of life. It's what I eat. It's what I can. Because I don't work. I can't work. I'm disabled. That's my 2 horses there. What y'all fellas doing? Cody, Chance. There's Cody on the high right, out in the lead. There's his boy. But anyway, that's not important. What is important is I have right near an acre of garden that it wouldn't take no time for cattle to demolish. What would you do in my situation? I'm trying to be friendly, neighborly, you know, looking out for one another. But like I said, I tried to call, have not received a call back, nor have they made an effort to get the cattle up. That round bale of hay there underneath the shed is the only thing that separated the garden from the cattle. Well, they filled up on the round bale there, and then they made way up to my apple trees, which is, I'm getting ready to go up in here. Like I said, they didn't hurt the apple trees as I can tell. Although, you know, they ate apples on the ground, which that's no big deal. But I'm at 6 minutes right now, and I'm gonna try to come up out of here and ease up to the bees. They did go over to the bees and Didn't knock the cage over, or the hive, which that's a good thing. And well, like I said, this is 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, something to that effect. Sorry for the crappy camera and shit, but I mean, this is a cell phone. Like I said, there's my corn. Oh well. There's my beehive. I don't know if you can see it, tell that in the camera, but it is still standing. Let me try to get my lights over on it. Hopefully you'll be able to see the tip of it there. But it's still standing. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't mean, I got a locker in 4-wheel drive. It's not kicking in. Get in gear here. Got this little chair here. There, we're in gear now. I don't know what to do. What would you do in my situation? If you were in my situation, what would you do? I couldn't even tell you how much a 100 by 60 garden would be worth, as in the product that it would yield. Would you try to make him pay it, cough it up as a lost cause, and be Christianly and all that about it? Or would you try to make him pay for it, and if so, how much? Like I said, there's peppers, cucumbers, corn, potatoes, tomatoes. What else we got? What did I just hit? You know, the basics. Get back out here, 4-wheel drive here. So I don't know. Squash. I have squash. Alright, I hope you can see what time it is there. It's 3:37 in the AM, Tuesday morning, July the 30th, 2019. And I'm gonna shine a light up here in the garden. I just had pulled the truck back in the parking lot. My phone battery died, or my phone got filled up, memory. And I know this is not making any justice here, but if you know anything about tracking, you see the dew, the white on the, and you see the black spots. Well, that's everywhere they've been. You can see the trails in there. See my corn missing. Right through there was my green bean, cucumber, all the way up. And you can see the trail going through there. Trail leading up through there. And the cattle pretty much beat me back up to the parking lot here where I park my truck. I usually park it under the shed, but oh well. I'm kind of glad I didn't now. Watch out these manure here on the road. Like I said, I don't like to make a video in the night, dark video, because one, you can't see a lot, but it's just for personal record. I don't know where it went to now. It was standing right here. And it's not over there. So, where'd you go, booger? There's little trails going up through there if they've been around in there as well. Oh well. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to do. Don't know how I should handle this. Like I said, I can get along with a Smurf, but I tried to call him. Like I said, this is Tuesday morning. I called him Sunday morning. Called him Sunday morning. Haven't got a response. I told him, I said, there were 3 cows and a calf out, or at least I thought it was a calf. Come to find out it was another cow. It was just, you know, standing down in the creek. But anyway, I did tell him two white cow and a calf, but it was a black cow. And then that was Sunday. Well, yesterday morning around 7:30 in the a.m. there were 6 of them out down there at my dad's mailbox and across the road. And then later on that night, Monday night, my neighbor up there, the one with the lights on, he stopped here, blowed his horn and told me that the cows was eating my hay, and that he had called animal control and that they were on their way. Well, we waited for their arrival, and he told us to pin the cow up and keep them. We could keep them up to 30 days by law if he doesn't claim them, and then we could sell the cattle but still keep the money, or hang on to the money. He said keep a receipt of everything you feed them, and that's a half a bale of hay a day per cow and 6 to 8 grains of feed. 6 to 8 pounds of feed per day, and he would be responsible for that. And then I mentioned, I said, well, what about my produce in my camper garden? It's so late I can't even talk. As you can see there what time it is. And he didn't know the actual price of what it would be. And it's not just the time and money that you have planting the seed. You know, it's the time that you got in it, what your plants would yield, you know, and that's going to rack up in the money. I mean, if you don't believe me, go buy a pound of tomatoes, go buy potatoes, go buy corn, green beans. I mean, that tallies up to a lot of money if you go buy it in the grocery store. Like I told him, I said, I do a homestead, and that's my means of food. You know, what we get out of the food's what we eat. I can, everything else. And he said, I understand that, but he said, just try to get a figure of what they messed up, and that he would have to pay. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to do it. I mean, I'd have to wait to daylight hours and go out and get an estimate. But like I said, I don't want to be hard on nobody. But he's taking food out of my mouth, or the cow's taking food out of my mouth. And where he hasn't responded to my phone call, and my next door neighbor's phone call, and the animal control's phone call, what are we left with? I don't know. So I'm going to go in here and get in the bed again and sleep on it. So what would you do in my situation? From my homestead to yours. God bless.